Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday, and you're tuning into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Sandra, and here's what's making headlines today. Belize's sugar industry maps climate-ready future. 88-year-old farmer survives shocking fork attack in Orange Walk district. Ruta Maya finale moves to Grand Resort, entry fee required. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness reasserts CARICOM's independence ahead of Rubio talks. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
In the face of tragedy, you depend on accurate and timely information. In times of triumph, you seek to be inspired. You demand transparency and accountability. Your desire is to know and to understand, to be heard and seen. I take pride in telling stories that safeguard communities. Your dedication and success live on through these reports. Getting to the truth is my duty. My unwavering commitment is to tell the stories that matter the most to you. I am News 5.
Welcome back. Belize's sugar industry is facing a climate crisis head-on today as key stakeholders meet in Orange Walk to plan its future. At the center of the talks is the Backsof project, an effort to help cane farmers adapt to harsher, changing conditions. Backed by the Green Climate Fund and led by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, the project aims to replant thousands of acres with tougher cane varieties and roll out modern climate-smart technology across the industry. Climate experts, finance specialists, cane farmers leaders, and government officials are all at the table. Project manager Darrell Audinet says it comes down to one thing: giving farmers the tools to survive and stay productive in the years ahead.
Today's meeting is really an information session where we brought all stakeholders under the project together to meet with the donor, discuss what the project is, where it is in terms of progress, and to hear concerns, questions, and comments. There's also a site visit component where we'll be visiting some of the trial plots in terms of varieties and nurseries that are within the industry to provide a first-hand example of what type of work is being done on the project.
What are the main objectives of the Backsof project?
Okay, so the Backsof project is a GCF funding project. The main objective is for us to look at the transforming the industry through the expanding of the adaptive capacity of farmers. It's right within the name, building the adaptive capacity of sugarcane farmers in northern Belize. The project has three main pillars. It's looking at the increased economic strength and viability of the industry through the introduction of different sugarcane varieties.
Meanwhile, in the Orange Walk district, an 88-year-old farmer from Yule Creek is recovering after a startling attack on a quiet Orange Walk farm, an incident that police say stemmed from an accusation as bizarre as it was sudden. Gabriel Teka, well known in the community for working the land well into his senior years, was tending a farm on Tuesday morning when the situation took a violent turn. Sometime around 9 a.m., he was alongside a man he knew only as Negro Lopez. According to investigators, Lopez confronted the elderly farmer and accused him of eating his groceries, a claim Teka reportedly denied. But instead of walking away, Lopez allegedly grabbed a farm fork and stabbed the elderly man in the chest. Despite the shock and the pain, Teka did something nothing short of remarkable. He pulled the fork out of himself, then walked toward the main road in search for help. Someone passing by stopped and rushed him to the Northern Regional Hospital, where police responded around 10 a.m. Doctors treated Teka's injuries, and he is now listed in stable condition. Police have one person detained as their investigation continues. It's official, this year's La Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge will cross the finish line at the Grand Resort. News 5 confirmed the change with Ruta Maya Committee Vice Chair Roberto Harrison, who also told us spectators will have to pay an entrance fee to view the final stretch from the resort grounds. He says the committee needs the funds to help cover the hefty security costs that come with an event of this size. Here's what he told us.
It's final that the full leg of the race will finish at Grand Resort after quite a bit of debate and back and forth. The decision is final. I think we had quite a bit of reasons in changing it up front. rather than waiting an additional year to get it done. I think first and foremost was the safety aspect of it, the security of Belcan Bridge vis-a-vis Civic Center is a very costly one, and that can't be overlooked when you have an open space where anything can flare up in terms of the natural course of things that happen in these big events. So we said that we had to do it, and I think that is final as far as the race committee is concerned. We do know that we have to do some cost recovery on the security bill, and I can say that's a very perhaps the very expensive part of it. Keeping the police force in place at all levels perhaps is a very costly one for us, and I think we will, and I don't have the final figure here for what it will cost to get in there, but same way that we recover some of the costs at Barrel Boom, the same will be done at that Grand Resort.
And finally, Caribbean leaders dive into the first full day of the regional summit today, and all eyes are on the high-level sit-down with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. But before those talks get underway, Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness is already shaping the conversation. He's reminding fellow leaders and the wider international community that CARICOM's 15 member states were never designed to function as a political union. In fact, Holness says the treaty that binds them doesn't require a single foreign policy or any kind of an authority above individual nations.
The cracks that appeared in recent months resurfaced on Tuesday night as the Caribbean Community CARICOM leaders gathered under a drone-style facility for the ceremonial opening of their 50th regular meeting. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness set the ball rolling by reminding his colleagues as well as the international community that the 15-member CARICOM is and has never been claimed to be a political union. As a result, he says, the CARICOM Treaty does not mandate a singular foreign policy or a supernatural authority.
The question before us, therefore, is not whether CARICOM can endure, for we have and we will, but whether it can deliver for our people with urgency and relevance in a rapidly changing world. For decades, an idealized narrative around Caribbean integration, while well-intentioned, has framed perhaps unrealistic expectations within our respective populations. It has also perhaps unintentionally diminished the genuine strengths of our existing arrangement. An association of independent states bound not by uniformity, but by shared purpose, mutual regard, and a deep history of collaboration. CARICOM is not, and has never claimed to be, a political union. Our treaty does not mandate a singular foreign policy or a supranational authority. And because we are sovereign states, each accountable to our own electorates, we will at times assess risks differently, sequence priorities differently, or interpret geopolitical opportunities differently.
Peter Richards reporting for News 5.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.